everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome back to another episode of OrgelCraft. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Last time we did a ton of work detailing the town, getting some of our area excavated and built up for future building, and laying out the foundation for where the castle is going to be built. And I got that all filled in between episodes, and we are able to start working on this, and that is actually what I want to do today. I want to get started on building up the walls in the front. We're not going to wall the entire thing in to start with, because I don't want to hem myself in and then find out, oh, you know, the castle needs to go back 5 blocks, but there's a wall here, and I don't want to have to tear the wall down and rebuild it. So we're going to be working things kind of piecemeal from that. But I do want to get started on the wall. I've been playing around with a little bit of a design. We worked on that on stream this week, and I would like to lay out the main courtyard that is in this area. So before we can do any of that, we actually need to head to the end to do a little bit of resource gathering. And since we are here working in the end, I thought I might as well come and take on a dragon or two. I'm not feeling overly creative with how I want to take on the dragon, but I have enough end crystals to do 2 battles, so I think we are just going to go ahead and do a couple battles. And I also got some wither skeleton skulls, so we're going to get another beacon, which will help in the effort of mining out the end here. So let's take down a couple of dragons, and probably a few endermen along the way. Missed that one. Missed me, now you got to kiss me. Ooh, that nearly killed me. There's one left? Apparently there's one left. Not anymore. Ah! First battle down. That one I did all bow. I think for the next one I will do all sword. Maybe from the platform down here. There we go. There's our new gateway. Grab the XP, even though I don't need it. And of course I died in the first attempt. Okay. Let us do battle number 2. I'm still going to take out the crystals with my bow. Here we go. Oh! Oh no. I didn't put my backup gear away. Oh no, and I think I died at the top of a platform. Whoops. Here it is. Nope, those are ender pearls, but I think... Oh no! Oh, no. How much of my stuff went into the void? Oh. Please tell me there's an elytra. I don't have an elytra. No. I mean, I have an elytra. I mean, I have plenty of spares. Oh, I really hope that... that some of my stuff is at the top of one of these towers? Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Let me do this real quick. Let me see if there's anything I missed in this area. Whilst trying not to fall off into the void myself. Nope. I think I am, oh, no, 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 no. Bad dragon. I don't have an elytra. I lost my wither skeleton skulls. This dragon. Alright, this is an infinity bow, right? Okay. So, I guess we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I think I had... What do I have? Nope, there's nothing up here. Oh. Also... Oh, there it is. I was like, where's the dragon? I don't know. Oh, I've actually taken most of these out. That's gonna be good. I don't know if I can survive this fall. I don't know how good my feather falling is. We'll just pillar down this way. It'll be fine. This is gonna be tough to get in. There we go. Alright, that's one cage down. Cool. Well, let's hope my feather falling will protect me. Well, I'm dead. So that one went a little differently than expected. Yeah. Well, this didn't quite go to plan, and I lost my wither skeleton skulls, so now I can't get another beacon. I have more beacons, I just don't have any with me, and I lost lots of good armor, and well, anyway, that changes plans ever so slightly, but I still need to mine out a ridiculous amount of endstone, but I think this is going to be a very long process. I don't know how much that I actually need, but many, many stacks. So I think I'm going to go collect a beacon from elsewhere, come back here, and do some mining to get some resources. So I will bring you guys back in a little while. So, fun fact for you, endstone doesn't insta-mine. Yeah, wish I had known that. That's going to make this project a lot more interesting, but anyway, not something we're going to worry about right now. Okay, so let's start with just a little bit of figuring here before we get started on these walls. I want to make sure I have the center point of my bridge, which should be right here. Right there. So let's go ahead and do that and line that up. So our wall is going to start here, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 wide. Okay. So that's going to go up from there. These are just placeholders for now. And then we're going to come in an additional 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is going to be kind of an overhang on the inside. And I wonder if we only want to do that 6. I don't know. With that oh, actually I do have to make that decision now because the wall is actually going to taper. And did I count this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and lay this down here a second. And then we're going to go 1, 2. Oh, did I change this slightly? I did, and that's going to be outside of here. So we're doing a slight variation. So it's going to come up to here. We'll have to figure out exactly how we want to do this over here. Come back for that. And then if we're going to do a stair like this, and then we're going to go up another 1, 2, 3, 4 stair, and then up another, should be 3. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, so this is what we want for this right here. So it's actually going to taper out a little bit into there, and then probably won't taper here. So this will probably just go this wide here, like this. But then let's figure out if we want to, how we want to do the interior. So I'm going to build this along here. Uh-oh, I fell off. That's all right, we'll just build another one. Okay. And then we will have a walkway here, which I think I'm actually going to do with stone brick instead. So that's going to be at this level. And then this will be now... we could have the wall taper on the outside, but not the inside. That might be the way to go. So then, originally I had this as 5 wide, but now we're going to do it as a 4 wide. And then we'll have the interior of the wall, which will then line up with exactly where it was there. And we can have it sloping down on the inside. There we go. So then, if we come down and take a look, we might want to build this up a little bit just so we can see what we're working with. Right there. And I guess it doesn't really matter how far we come in here. So if we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that would be 7. Let me go check my test world really quickly and see what I came up with there. Okay, it is 6 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so then we are going to have some columns that go up here. And I think that'll actually work nicely for the roof that is going to go over that. So that's what we are going to work with for now. And then this is where we're going to work from. Now, I probably don't have enough stone brick on me. We'll have to check that. Okay. So then this is like the end of the wall right there. Okay, so our courtyard is going to be 45 by 45 here, and I want this to be squared off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 21, 22, 23. So that's our center. Okay, so there's 45, and then we'll need to count that out on the other side in the morning. So after filling in the 45 by 45 square, I thought it didn't quite look big enough. So I expanded it to 55 by 55, and I think this looks a little bit better. A couple of things that led me to that expansion were, as I was looking at some pictures, the castle is really only slightly wider than the courtyard itself, and 45 just felt too small for it. I felt like we were going to be really limited in our size. There is also a chapel that is in this area, and so if I was going by the proportions that I had, that chapel was going to be about 5 blocks wide. And so now with the expansion, it would probably be somewhere between about 9 and 15 blocks wide, depending on what we need to do with it. So I think if we go up into the air and take a look, I feel like this is a pretty good area. And I think as we start to build the walls around here, we'll see that kind of come together. Now, you've probably been sitting there thinking, unless you happened to watch the stream last Wednesday, you've probably been going, really? We're going to build these walls out of endstone? Well, yes, we're going to be building them out of endstone bricks. However, like the glazed terracotta blocks, I've been doing a little bit of work with this. And here is the brick that we are working with. But I decided that I would take it a little bit farther. I was inspired by using the varied cobblestone, varied endstone, to do a little bit of texture variation to make it more interesting, because, and I'll put a picture up here so you can see. If we look at these walls, you can see there's a lot of color to them, as well as just the bricks, and there's some variation in the size and things, and so I thought that we could do something with that as well. And so I've worked up this. And now you see we have a little bit of color in there. We have a little bit of variations in the bricks themselves. And yeah, this took a lot of tweaking. I actually did a second stream this past week where we worked on these textures, but I really like how they've come out. Now, I have not done the variation for the stairs yet, so that I still need to work that in, so that there will be some variation there as well. But this is what our bricks are going to look like as we build this wall, and I really like how it works with the stone brick. And I think that it's going to be really, really nice overall. So, the sun is setting, but let's talk about exactly what we need to do with this wall. So, the wall is going to extend along to the edges of the courtyard, and then there are 2 turrets that are in either corner here. So, we're going to have to get the wall built along here, and then get those turrets in place. So that is what I am going to work on right now, and I will bring you guys back when we have made a little bit of progress. So progress has been made on the wall and one of the turrets. So I built out this first one over here, and I actually had it built on both sides. And I started playing around with the size of the tower here. And as I started looking at this, I really didn't feel like this was quite big enough. So I decided to start playing around on the other side and came up with this. And I feel like this length is a lot better. So then we have our tower that we have built up here, and so far I am happy with the size of this. Still have a little bit of tweaking to do, and I need to get the height on it. But in order to get that height, we actually need to start putting the roof on the walkway up here. I think maybe it's called a parapet. So what I want to do is I want to put walls on every other block. And I'm going to have to go sleep here in just a minute. So we'll do that for now. There's a central area that's going to need to be dealt with. And then from here, we are going to build up the roof with ice. And we're just going to alternate this back and forth here up to the center, which is going to be right about, I think, one more. Yep, and then we will do that down the other side. And we're going to need some kind of wall here, which we'll do later once we actually get to that part of the build. But if we get this placed in, then this will give us an idea of what our height needs to be. And I think I'll probably go ahead and build out a couple blocks at every level, just so we can get a little bit of an idea. All right, and let's do a little looking at it from a distance. Yeah, that looks good. So then this tower is going to go, we're going to continue the brick to that height, and then there's a, I don't really know how to describe it. There's another section, and it's done something with wood, so we'll be playing around with that. But essentially this tower doubles this height and then has the roof on top of it there. So let me keep working on this, and I will bring you guys back in just a little bit. The longer I have looked at this tower over here, the more I have felt like it is just too big as far as the scale goes. So I decided that I would do a little bit of playing around on the other side, and I came up with this, and the flags are in the way. And so it's just a little... What? Okay, apparently there was a skeleton over there. Yeah, so it's just a little bit smaller, but I feel like proportionally it works a lot better than this one does. And so then I brought it all the way up to this height that we have for the roof, and I'm really liking how this is looking so far. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to essentially tear this whole thing down, and rebuild it, but which is not a big deal. The next thing that we need to do is we need to work the top of the tower, and for this I want to do something a little bit different, and I was playing around with a couple of different things because it almost looks like there's like wooden slats that go around and then it's supported, and so I came up with this. I tried a bunch of different trapdoors with different woods behind them, and I really like the oak trapdoors with the spruce behind them. I think that's going to be a good look. So that's essentially going to double from where the ice starts up, and then we're going to put the cap on it from there. So let me get this tower redone and get the top portion on, and then we will work on getting the roof on all of this. For the first time in, well, forever, at least on this project, I feel like something finally went the way I wanted it to, and I am really happy with how the tops of these towers have worked out, and also got a little bit of the ice roof done. So if we fly in close here and take a look, we have the birch fences as kind of the supports, and then we've got all the trapdoors with the oak behind it. I'm really happy with how this looks, both up close and from away. I think you get a good line on that. So what we need to do now is we need to put a roof on here, and I think what I'm going to do, so we're going to do it out of ice as well, and I think what we're going to do is we're essentially going to have it be just one block wider in diameter than we currently have, and then essentially we're going to do a cone shape to the top from here. Very, very simple. Not quite sure how I want to do this circle. Probably just gonna maybe do right outside the blocks. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking on this to make sure we have everything right where I want it, although I don't want that there. Let's see if we can get that without falling off by... That's too low. Alright, now we get to see my not so good... Let's see, is that a bottom? Okay, that is a bottom trapdoor. So we would want to jump and place, and then pick that up. And then, is that... Okay, that one's a top, so this isn't gonna work. Let's see, that's a bottom, so let's take the ice out, and then we can close that and that, but of course I lost a piece of ice, so that didn't go so well. All right, let me work on this. I'll tell you what, let's take a look at this. I'm just a little afraid that it's gonna lose some of its circular shape. I I think that's going to be all right. So let me get this built up, and I will bring you guys back in a second. So here are our tower roofs complete. They're looking really nice. I feel like they got a good shape to that. Completely freestyled that. And yeah, I'm happy with how it looks. If we take a look at it from the air, really, really happy with how that turned out. Now, we're still going to need to put flags on top of those, but we'll deal with that later. So we currently have a massive gaping hole in the wall here, and so that is the next thing that we need to tackle. So what I want to do is, first of all, I'm going to take this down, and then let's go ahead and... Is there a zombie? Yep, there's a zombie over there. Clearly, I need a few more torches around here. Okay, so what we want to do is figure out how wide our gates are going to be, and then we'll have to figure out, there are two little entryways on either side, and then we have the main gate in the middle. So what I want to do here is let's take our center, which is right here and in the wall, and let's go ahead and build this there. And then I think that I want to do, let's see, I think I want to do 9 wide, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Essentially, I want this gate to be as wide as the bridge here. So I think that will be a good width. Now, what I want to do, there is actually this little striped pattern on the door. And so what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of a diagonal. And it doesn't help that this is 4 wide instead of 5, but really, I think this is going to be... Do I not have any endstone bricks? I don't have any endstone bricks. Hang on. We got to build up the side of that. So let's just take that, and then we'll build this up this way. I'm not quite sure exactly how high I want this to be yet. Yeah, this... Not quite sure how this is going to work in a 4 wide, because essentially this is just going to alternate. It's not really going to come to a point. I guess what maybe we could do is we could do it as a 3 wide instead, and that might give us a little bit better. So if we were to do 2 and 2 and 2, and then we could do that, and then hopefully this will give the effect that I want, although I'm a little concerned that it's still not going to be quite what we want. Yeah, maybe we need a 3rd color? Tell you what, let's see if we can incorporate dark oak into that and see how that looks. And maybe that will help with the pattern. I see the sun is getting ready to go down. So if we did that, and then spruce, and then dark oak, like that, and then another row of birch, like that, and then we go back to our spruce. How does that look? Not great. We are definitely working with the space constraint here. Now, maybe what we could do instead of this, keep it the two-tone, not use the dark oak in the center, and actually use the center as the block we want. So we would do like that and that. And so then we would do like this. I think we are ultimately going to need 3 colors for this. What is going on here? I'm not really sure. Oh, I see what happens. Yeah, I built this completely wrong. This is proving to be more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. I had a great idea in my head, and not quite working out to plan. Hang on. Okay, slept on it, decided do something else. So I want to build up, and I'm not quite sure. I think we want to do... I think I want to continue the walls. So let's make some stone brick walls here. And then I think let's do that, and then let's continue to bring this along here. That can go away. And then I guess we'll bring it all the way out here. And then we can bring that in there. How's that look? 3, 3, 2. Yeah, I think that should be good. All right, so let's mirror that on the other side. So we're going to add a block there and there. And then we'll just fill this in like that. Okay. So then there are 2 smaller entry doors to either side. So let's go ahead and fill this in really quickly if I can reach that. There we go. Okay. So if we're going, so let's see here. That's 7 wide and that's 8 wide. So let's come over here. Let's maybe come in 1, 2, 3. And let's just try a 2 wide portal and maybe like that tall. Let's see how that looks if we back off. Yeah, I think that's a good size. So let's mirror that on the other side. Let's get this all filled in. We'll have to do a little bit more tinkering with this later, but then we came 1, 2, 3, and then we did a 2 by 3 there. And you know, I was gonna say we should do a 2 by 4, but you can't stack doors on top of each other. So maybe what we'll do is, I do have spruce, so let's try some let's put some spruce doors in. I'm gonna need more than that. So let's do that, and then I think let's try some dark oak trapdoors on top. So we would do 1 and 2, and then we would put trapdoors here and there, like that. Not great, but I'm not really sure what else we can do. Again, one we might have to revisit, so let's do door, and trapdoor, and trapdoor. And how does that look if we back up a little bit? Yeah. I actually think I might want them flush with the front of the wall instead of in the back. Let's try that. So then that would go there and there. And I've lost my trapdoors. There they are. So then we're going to have to place that from the other side. Get that right there and there. How does that look? Actually, I like that better. I'm thinking maybe spruce trapdoors on top. Where's the trapdoor? There it is. So let's try spruce trapdoors on top, and then we're consistent all the way across. So let's go ahead and break that. And then my spruce trapdoors are there and there. And if we sneak back through here, yeah, I think that looks better. I think it's better to keep it kind of consistent. So, all right, so I'm going to mirror that on the other side, and then I'm going to get the rest of this main gate figured out. I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Well, after a lot of trial and error, we have a gate. Well, we have an interior gate. Hang on. here is what the gate looks like from the front. So I tried a whole bunch of different variations, and I just couldn't get the triangular look. And I thought maybe we could do it with a little bit of depth using stairs, and then just put something behind it, to solidify it. And I'm really happy with how this looks. I don't think this is going to be quite the final version of this. I think it needs like some cross supports across there, possibly something down the middle. And I'm not completely sold on the top of it yet, but we have to build, there's a bit of a structure that comes up on top of the gate. I don't know what that would be called. When you have it part of like a wall and a castle fortification. I'm sure there's a technical term for it. I just don't know what it is. That is going to go up there. But that is going to be dependent on a number of other things on the inside. And that is something that I just don't have time for. So I think we're going to leave that off for another episode. I had hoped to be able to complete this wall inside and outside this week. But the scope of that project is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and I'm happy with the progress we've made. I like how everything is looking. I had just I can't talk. I just came to sleep the night away, and I walked out this back door, and I was like, yeah, I think we are finally starting to get there. I do feel like these turrets are maybe a block too high, so I'm not sure. We'll have to see about that. But for right now, I'm really happy with how things are coming along. I went and extended this wall down almost to water level. There's going to be this whole castle is built on an island, so we're going to have terraforming to do. So I didn't want to extend it any lower than that and waste the resources when it's just going to get built up, and some of that even covered up as it is. But I feel like we have made good progress in this. I was going to say this week, but this has been 2 weeks getting this episode done. I think our courtyard is probably going to be a little bit bigger than what we have here, but you know what? That's all right. It's a process, and I'm okay with, reevaluating things as we go. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's bothering me that this door is open. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media, and I hope to see you on Wednesday nights for our live streams, 9:30 Eastern. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.